Hey, so glad you could show up. Here's my issues right here. As you can see, the windows we had installed by Lowe's, and our problem is that we were seeing cracks. Now, everyone's telling me at the store, and the manufacturers and the contractor is telling me that everything is correct. What's your opinion on that? Now, before you say anything, let's go look at another.
How long has the window been installed?
The windows were installed about 65 days ago.
Well, that's plenty of time for the mortar to cure. It could possibly be shrinking. The mortar will shrink when you have that much mortar, but do you mind if I poke at it?
Let's poke outside, inside if you're going to poke. That way, we won't create any
Exterior problems.
Right. Let me show you another here. Now I have another work done on the house, so
well, the joints are pretty large.
does this sound solid to you?
No, it doesn't sound very solid at all. It actually feels soft.
Yeah, don't knock too hard. I tell you what, we can go downstairs and look at it from the inside.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, I guess if I unlock the door, it might help. Okay, so we're going downstairs. I'm going to take a look and see what's going on. Now, just in case you wanted to do a little better inspection, but all right.
Okay, well, I mean, it seems to be cracking everywhere here. That doesn't sound like a solid product. Well, you have about half of an inch of mortar. Can you hear that noise
Wait a
there?
minute. What is that?
That's foam.
Okay.
That's foam.
So that's what you use on this, right?
No, that's not going to be correct.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Yeah.
this is pretty easy to get out of here. Which, your last windows were probably 50 years old before you needed to replace them.
Actually, they were a little older than that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure this would have lasted 10. What you have here, it looks like spray foam.
Okay, don't dig it out too much because, man, you might go through the outside.
Yeah, I don't see what else is holding this up except for spray foam. And then a possibly, well, it looks like between a ½ inch and a ¼ inch of I don't know, maybe grout. I'm not sure what this even is.
Yeah, well, I can't say because I didn't do it. I tell you what, I've chipped out on the other side. Would you want to take a look at that?
Yeah.
Okay, unplug the light and let's go check that out. And you can plug it in right there. Probably help my video here a little bit. And how long have you been a carpenter?
I've been a carpenter for 15 years.
Alrighty.
Okay, we have shims.
Yeah.
It looks like shims and more spray foam. Well,
That looks like 3/4 inch.
Yeah,
thick?
yeah, some 3/4, and then maybe another piece of 3/4. Just filler to
like-
get your block so it doesn't. I guess the foam can't really hold up
No, I guess
a
it
whole
won't.
glass block.
So integrity is an issue, huh?
Yeah, well, I think you could probably, if you really wanted to, just push these right in.
Oh man.
Um,
Now, in looking at the manufacturer's spec sheet, it said the rough opening should be 1/2 inch to 2 inches larger than the window. Now, and I do know that these are 3212 windows, and that they're 11.5 inches tall. So, if we have a couple inches at the bottom, and what do you think that top gap is?
oh, this is 2 inches, and this is, well, you're looking at 1.5.
Oh man.
That is 2 inches all day.
So a 13.5 inch window would probably work pretty good on that puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
going to need a bigger window to shrink your mortar sizes, and I would suggest using proper concrete mortar.
Right. Okay, so this, from what I understand, the windows should be setting on mortar, not setting on foam and,
Absolutely.
and some blocks.
Yeah, foam and wood is not proper insulation to this.
All right.
Unless they've changed proper installation since since the 1940s. I could be wrong.
Right. Okay. Good disclaimer. All righty. Well,
Well, I'm sorry to hear that somebody treated you like this.
well, actually, Paul at Lowe's and at Glendale and at the Glendale store in Indianapolis,
Okay.
he says everything was done according to specs. Mark Merrifield, the contractor, said, you know, there's no problem, and they were willing to. Well, Paul, he said he was only going to glaze over it or remortar it, he called it. So you can't remortar unless it's mortared, I guess, right?
Right. You can't redo something unless it's originally what it is.
Right.
After 60 days, even if this were mortar, I couldn't imagine you having this much shrinkage and that many cracks everywhere.
Right.
If this were solid mortar, I don't think you'd have this problem. As thick as those joints are, I've never seen anything laid with a joint that thick, so it's just not done right.
Okay, so a bigger window would definitely shrink
you
the
got to
size.
shrink these. You got to shrink these to start with. I mean, you have this much mortar. It's going to take longer than 60 days for all that water to get out of there.
Yeah. Okay, so the explanation that Paul gave me, that concrete cracks, it doesn't apply in this case.
Not in 60 days. Not in 60 days.
Yeah, there's not enough here to deal with.
No, this is poor installation. You've been had, and that's sad to hear from a reputable company like Lowe's.
Yeah, well, you know, I can only go by what the so-called professionals say, and you know, Paul is very adamant about, you know, everything is correct, you know, and the only thing we're going to do is take them out. Now, the installer did offer to come remove the windows, and I told him not to. I had talked to Paul, and actually I got a little upset, and he told me he didn't like my attitude because I was upset about the installation and nothing was wrong with it, and that you know, I could just have the windows taken out. I said, well, have them taken out then. Well, the next day the installer calls, and he's going to, he says, I'm going to come take the windows out. I said, I don't have anything to replace in the hole.
Right.
So just leave it alone. Plus, Lowe's never refunded our money. So,
oh, no. So
you know,
you've
it's
paid
like
for this poor job.
we
They've
paid
already
up front.
Yeah.
Yes, paid up front.
Hmm.
Now, I did try to call the salesman who came out, John Cowan, and John Cowan, well, I never got a response back from him, but he came out and measured and special ordered these windows.
Okay.
So I guess he special ordered windows that would have a large joint.
Yeah. Yeah. They could have used something to shrink this. They could have shrunk the window with some sort of stone of some kind and laid that into the mortar and properly done this.
Okay.
There's other ways to make this smaller besides ordering a larger window. use
But the
other
easiest thing is
materials.
just to order the correct window.
Absolutely. The correct size window is the easy solution to this.
Right.
But if you had to make something work, you could still use the proper materials to put this in.
Okay,
If
well,
they're just not using the right materials to set this window. Spray
Right.
foam and wood, and then a veneer of mortar or whatever this is that they have here is improper installation.
well, they do have the windows that are larger that would fit this. They have windows that are about 2 inches taller than this. So that means that it would have made a smaller gap. It would have fit a
Absolutely.
lot better.
Yeah.
So, okie dokie. All right.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.